We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg the money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
It's unfortunate that the government speaker did not take it very seriously by, agreeing to invite the Minister of Education to plenary on Thursday, so that she gives clarity as to reasons why the teachers are not taking pay. So that is our communication before plenary, and we'll ensure that we work together with the Committee on Education to make sure that the minister appears here on Thursday, regardless of the fact that it wasn't said in plenary.
So, what are some of the issues? What are you telling you when they speak to you on the program? What is the issue?
It has been about 4 months now, and teachers in Maryland County have not received any salary. And then the Ministry of Education, I understand, is not addressing that issue. It was about 2 months. The teachers complained that they have not received their salary for about 2 months. The Ministry of Education failed to address that. It moved on to 3 months, and now this is the 4th month. And I think it's very important. So now the kids are not in school, students are not in school, the schools are shut down. The ministry has to do something about it. And it's very alarming and frustrating.
What about you as a board frustrated or plenary?
I am completely frustrated. I will ensure that something is done about it.
What about you as a direct representation of the people? What is your own relationship with the Minister of Education? With Weah? Have you communicated with the minister? What's your own relationship?
The best way a legislator will communicate with the minister is that it goes to plenary, and that is what I did. I had to communicate to plenary to ensure that the ministry is communicated with, that they take action with the prevailing situation in the county.
Before you don't get a needed result that you want.
We will definitely get a needed. We won't stop until we get the needed result. It is the entire Maryland County that the school system is shut down. All government is concerned about the situation with the education sector.
So where exactly do you want the minister to come and explain to you?
The minister has to come and address the situation. Teacher must take pay. The student must get back. Teacher must go back to the classrooms so that students continue their learning activities.
Entitled to
what's the current monthly income of a governor and members of the board? Question.
so currently the salary is $10,000 gross. And I am entitled to I think 7,008.
No, you acting governor, don't think now. You already there.
Yes. But this is it. Since I was appointed acting governor on August 1, I have not attempted taking the salary, the benefits, neither have I moved.
No, that's not my question.
So after your
nominee,
I will.
you won't do pro bono fund. You won't do pro bono fund. What is the salary structure? The income, monthly income structure.
That's what I was saying. The salary, that's the gross, and a cash allowance of 7,800 gross.
You have not answered the question.
That's monthly. So are you asking for all the benefits of
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yes.
So the governor, again, gets a monthly salary of $10,000 gross, a cash allowance of 7,800 gross. The governor is entitled to a housing allowance monthly. Monthly is 5,000 gross. He's entitled to.
So leader, gross.
No, because the tax rate changes. So I can give you.
You use $60,000 every year for housing allowance.
Yes, gross. So it's paid less taxes. So that's a gross.
So you got 10,000 gross, 7,000 gross.
Yes.
There are another 5,000 gross.
Yes.
So all the grosses that are giving me total.
Well, that's 15 plus 7. That's 22.
Okay, 22,000 gross.
Yes.
Net
All right. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time is from your end. I want to use this time to extend my thanks and appreciation to all of you that have joined us under the Palava Hut. We want to say thank you so very kindly. We do appreciate your presence here. And as usual, we ask that you please do us a favor. And that favor that we require of you is to kindly hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members so that they all know that we are here. Tag somebody so that we can have a very interesting conversation. Let me begin by extending my thanks again to you who support what we do. It is not easy to support this kind of thing that we do. It is not easy. Especially a work that we do by bringing the authentic information, by bringing you the facts and telling you about Liberia and our institution. It is not easy. And that's why I want to say thank you so very kindly. You've never give up on us. I want to say thank you. You know, I am always encouraged by seeing those of you who are not even government officials or who never worked in government supporting us vigorously. It gave us that energy to continue to do what we are doing. I want to say thank you for burning your data. Some of you are at work as I speak, but you are on with us. I want to appreciate and recognize all of you. In a special way, let me recognize my own lovely sister, Hawatote. How are you, Mama? I appreciate you. I want to welcome and salute Dr. Elizabeth M. Gay Kamara. How are you, Dad? You are highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Do appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you for your presence here. I want to recognize and appreciate CDC Papi Success Skater for Life. CDC Papi Success Skater. I want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so very kindly for joining us. It is always a privilege. Your articulation on the air, we always listening to it. Thank you so much, CDC Pape. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I always, monitor your, your take on national issue, especially from how you call Freedom FM, Kings FM, and your defense of our institution. I want to say thank you. It is people like you that encourage us to do what we are doing. Because if you can be in Liberia, a place where to even get the data is not easy. Even when you get the data, the company is still looking for a way to steal money from you, or still looking for a way to be able to extort the money from you. But yet then still, you people are always on the internet to support us. I want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very kindly. Solomon Dean, I want to say thank you so much for your presence here. I appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you. I want to welcome Rubin Bo. Thank you so very kindly, Rubin Bo, for your presence here. I do appreciate and recognize you. Saros, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. Nimba is in the house. I want to say you're highly welcome, my brother. Thank you so very kindly. I appreciate your presence here. It's a privilege for us to have you. So again, I will ask that you please hit for us the share button. Hit for us the share button as we begin our discussion. Time is not in our favor. We do not really have the luxury of time. Probably we're supposed to be here for like 2 hours, 10 minutes, or 2 hours, 30 minutes or so. So we'll appeal to you to please do us that favor by hitting for us the share button, inviting friends, inviting family, and letting them to know that we are here. Letting them to know that we are here. So all of you again who are here with us, please do us that favor. And that favor that I require of you is to please hit for us the share button. Share with friends and share with family members. Invite other people. Share in the Vera chat room. And I can assure you that we're going to have a very, very wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. So just do us that favor, please. Do us that favor and we'll be good. We'll be good. Thank you. Thank you all. So again, I want to say welcome and appreciate all of you. Uh, Soja Nangbe, thank you so much, Soja Nangbe, for joining us. We appreciate you. Cyrus, thank you so very kindly, including those of you who are joining us on the YouTube. I also want to use this time to appeal to you. And I'm going to put the YouTube channel. Let me pin the YouTube channel here for you. I'm going to pin the link here for you. And I want to appeal to you to please follow us on YouTube. Please. Let me see if I can copy it right here and then put it here. Please, I want you to please help me to follow us on YouTube. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy, but again, I want to appeal to you to kindly follow us on YouTube. Yeah, please follow us on YouTube. Okay, please follow us on YouTube, please. We appeal to you to please follow us. Let me see if I can pin it here while we are sharing. Let me see if I can pin this right here. Yeah, let's see if we can pin it right here. So please follow us on YouTube. You can go on YouTube, like the page, follow the page, share the page, please. Really, really, really appreciate you, sharing the page. Let me pin it right here. Okay. So please, it is pinned right there. You can do us a favor, and that favor is share, follow on the YouTube channel, and we're going to be very, very fine. It's not easy to build this thing. It's not easy, but again, I want to say thanks to all of you. So please, if you are watching us there on YouTube, you can just give us a comment. So those of you who are with us currently on how you call the Facebook, both on our pages, the Prince Sheriff page and on our profile, you can please just give us a signal, give us a comment so that we know that you are with us. Yeah, so that we know that you are with us. So just say something in. You can subscribe. Hit the subscription button, and then we will be good. Please do us a favor. Yeah, do us a favor. Go there, like it, and comment so that we can see that you are with us, and then we can be able to, at least to some extent, recognize and appreciate you. Yeah. So just give us a comment there, and we'll definitely be able to recognize you. So all of you are highly welcome. All of you are highly welcome. Yeah, all of you are highly welcome. Doris, thank you so much. Uh, Olive, thank you so much. Olivia, thank you so much. Olive Cooper, we appreciate your presence here. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. Thank you so very kindly. So I want to begin with our first discussion point that has to do with the statement that was made by Joseph Numa Bueka today in the cabinet meeting. You see, we are not surprised at the way Mr. Bueka is leading. We are not surprised at all. And the reason why we are not surprised is because we inform you far ahead of time. We studied this man, and we knew for sure from the very get-go that this man will not be able to help the Liberian people. And we did not mince our words. We told you that Joseph Numa Bueka is a disaster that is waiting. Bringing him close to the executive mansion will be the worst mistake that Liberians will ever make, and you will regret it. Even before other people, prophecy could come here, there, and stuff like that, we told you that Bueka was a disaster. But some of our people, they didn't believe it. And today, they are crying. We are not happy that our people are going through these pains. Because when our people suffer, we too, who are not in Liberia, we feel the weight directly. The weight is on us. When cost of living in Liberia increase, those of us in the US here, we feel the weight. because we have our family back home. We have friends, we have relatives, and etc. One way or the other, we got to share with them. Even if that $5 or that $10 or $2, we got to send it to them. So whatever affects the economy in Liberia, it affects us directly too. We feel the weight. So sometimes when we are talking, people who do not understand, they say, "Oh, hey, America, well, you can move your mouth from in Liberia business." How will we move our mouth from in Liberia business when we are affected directly by what is happening in Liberia? How? How do we keep quiet when we are also the direct victim of what is happening in Liberia? So when I move our mouth from in Liberia business, we'll continue to talk. For those of you who think you are so angry because we are talking, go hug the transformer. Go and hug the transformer. Look for the one that strong current. Go hug it. That will be all to save. But until then, we'll continue to speak. We'll continue to talk. So again, please hit for us the share button. Share with friends. Share with family members. Let them know that we are here and we're going to have a wonderful time. So today, something very, 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 somebody will say, well, any bad thing that happened in Liberia now under Joseph Boyka, it is not unusual. So today, something very funny happened. As you may be aware, the government came up and said that they want to put a regulation into play where motorcyclists who are plowing the street, who are also helping in commuting our people from one end to the other, that these people must be regulated, that they must put in place a mechanism through which at least they will be safe, pedestrians or passengers will also be safe, and they will have a system to be able to at least track these people. So the government came up and said they want to introduce registration of motorbikes. It was a very tough thing because of the way, things are in Liberia, the economic hardship and stuff like that. But again, Joseph Numa Bweka enforced it and said it must happen. Gregory Como enforced it and said it must happen. So despite of all of the difficulties and what have you, a very good portion of the motorcyclists in Mosorado County decided that, look, we'll register. So there were guidelines that were set for them. Make sure you get 2 helmets. Make sure you get your reflector. Make sure you have your license. Make sure you have an insurance. And these motorcyclists, they were compelled to do just that in order for them to be able to ride, to commute on the road, take passengers. Immediately that was done, the government now came back and said to the same people that you told they should get their license, they should have helmet, blah, 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 and stuff like that. The government came back and said, you people will not be able to use the main road. Y'all can use the main road. Knowing very well that most of the commuters from the community, their activities are in central Monrovia. Most of the people, their activities are not in the community. Most of them, their activities are outside of the community. So the government came back and told told the motorcyclists that y'all cannot ride on the main road. You will only be restricted to the community. After deceiving them, cajoling them, and making them to pay huge amount for license, registration, blah, 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 and stuff like that, they come back now and say, y'all will only be in the community and not come on the road. That in itself is a deception, it's a lie, it's a scheme. And these motorcyclists are contributing significantly towards the economy. They are helping to stabilize the economy. Some of them have their wife, their children. Thank you so much, Cyrus, for joining us on the YouTube channel. We recognize you. Thank you so very kindly. So some of them with their wife, their kids, and etc. decided that, look, there is a need for us to be able to engage government. Because that is what we call deception. You can't lie to people and tell them, say, you're registered. When you do all they want, then you will get on the road. And when they finish doing everything, you tell them, say, no, you can't get on the road. Or you are telling them because a motorcyclist did something that is unorthodox, so everybody should feel the weight. That is gross stupidity on the part of government. That's what system is in place for. That when somebody does what is wrong, you do what? You look for them. Pro-poorest chairman, you are welcome. And you deal with that individual. Instead of generalizing and punishing everybody for an act that was committed by an individual. So the first thing the government did was to lie to these people. Lie to them. Told them that, no, you don't worry. Everything is going to be okay. Once you do your registration, everything will be okay. You do your registration. Once the registration is done, fine. You can move on the road. You can drive. You will have the opportunity. Only for these people to go through these processes, that was a complete lie. You see, the government, how they are insensitive to the plight of the people. You see how they are insensitive to the plight of the people. So they refuse to live up to their words. Only because, according to them, there are some motorcyclists who are misbehaving. Who are misbehaving. So you blame other people for the misbehavior of few guys. So it has been a rigmarole. The first thing the government did to divide the motorcyclists was to impose on them one other guy they called John. They said they get one president, motorcycle president. So the government came and imposed on them this particular guy called John. I think they call him John or so, something like that. And while they had their leadership that was headed by one, how you call Yellow Machine or so, I might call him Yellow Machine. So at the end of the day, guess what happened? They divide the motorcyclists, allow the other people to have their own leadership, just to bring division among them, to reduce the unity and the strength amongst the motorcyclists. But what we saw today is an indication that when people are resolved, whatever you do, you cannot break them. What we saw today is an indication that when people get tired, that I don't care what kind of politics you play, I don't care what kind of division or what kind of rule or device and rule method that you do, they will not even get time for you. And what we saw today, that's what we saw today. So not only that the motorcyclists were stopped from riding on the road, the police have decided that since they can't get their pay on time, the motorcyclists will be the people that they will get their money from. Some of them are in different susu. The drivers and the motorcyclists are the people now who take trouble in their hands. So these police, they will be brave enough to start to intimidate the motorcyclists, arresting them on nonsense and demanding certain amount from them. A friend of mine told me, who is a police officer and a very religious guy. So we're talking to Gasi Prince. I want to welcome Darlington Bidel. Thank you so much for following us from Capital Bypass on the YouTube. You are highly welcome, Darlington Bidel. I want to appreciate you and thank you so very kindly for your presence here. Fire, you are highly welcome. Thank you. So this guy told me, the guy said, Prince, something is going on that I don't really like. He's a son on the Bushra Island. He is on the Bushra Island. Let me just be specific because, you will not know. Okay. Zone 1, right opposite LEC. The guy said the commander that was there during the evening hours, the guy will give these guys direct instruction to arrest certain amount of motorbikes. Can you imagine that? Abraham Kone, you are welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. So he said that the commander from the zone will tell them that, look, gentlemen, today we need about 50 bikes. And out of the 50 bikes that will be arrested, they will say, okay, before anybody can free their motorbike from the police station, they will pay 500. Siddiqui Kamara, you are welcome. Tito, how are you? So they will give them this mandate and say to them that 500 or 50 motorbikes, sorry, is what we need as zone 1. So all of these zones you see, they have a target. They will say, my man, look, before the day comes to an end, we need 50 motorbikes. Before the day comes to an end, at least we need about 20 cars to be arrested. And they will have a price tag that each of these motorbike, whatever the offense is, they're paying $500. If you can't pay that $500, you can't go. That bike will be there. I am giving you life story of how terrible our system is towards these Liberians who government have deprived of giving jobs. So the guy said this thing used to be an embarrassment to him to see Liberians treating their own brothers in this way, form, and manner only because they are in uniform. So he said sometimes these guys will go out on the street, just arrest people. Just arrest them. So that somebody come and just look at you for long and say, oh, man, blowing on. Why you blowing your horn for? Get out from the back. Get out from the back. Before you go low, they carry it to zone 1 and go and park it there. And take the key from you. Then they go. Then he said when they finish doing that, they will wait for in the evening, in the afternoon hours. Or late in the afternoon hours. Because, it is the time that most people will be, going back home. It is the time that most people will be going back home. People coming from the daily hustle and whatever. So they will wait. But 3:30 to 4. He said they will not just free the bag like that. They will just take the key, take all of the key and carry in the commander office. Then they go back on the traffic. These boys who are supposed to be running their bikes ensuring that at least they get something to be able to cater to their family, will not be running again. Justina Harris, you are highly welcome. Thank you for joining us. So they will go on the traffic and be doing their own thing, these police officers. So in the evening, by 3:30 to 4, because they know that these boys will have to come for their bags, because that's when, rush hour now. They call it rush hour. So that's when, they themselves too, they make their own money. This is a police officer explaining to me the kind of evil that is carried out at these various zones. So they will wait by 3 to 3:30. Then the children or they themselves will go to the zone and go and sit down there. So those boys will come to them, to some of these officers that arrested their bag during either the morning hour or the early afternoon hour. Say, oh, Chi, I can't. And Mr. Mamega bring $500. And he said, out of that $500, you, the arresting officer, you as an arresting officer, you get $150 there. Look at how corruption is deeply rooted in our system. An officer telling me this thing. He said, out of each motorbike that you arrest, you as an officer, you get $150 there. Because the commander of the zone get his own. Then the charge of quarter, they get their own too. So what usually they do, the guy say, what usually will happen is that at the end of the day, when you come to the man and say, my man, chief, I come for you to get my bike. The man will say, go to the charge of quarter. When you go to the place there, when you go to the commander office, in the commander office, you go there and say, my man, 500, and you get 500, and you get 500, the children want their bike. Rush hour is approaching. That's when some of them can make good money, because, they will be able to run faster, take customer from here, bring customer there. Then at the end of the day, when they pay that $500, guess what will happen? Then the individual who arrested the bike, because he the one will have to come for the bike key. Then these children will go to the individual or the police officer and say, oh, Chi, they say, give me the bag. Where the key? Then some of these officers will even demand from them. I say, okay, find small thing for me. So with the exception of the $500 that they have paid, they will also be able to pay to some of these officers. They will give them sometimes $150 or sometimes $200 with tears in their eyes. These are the things that these people do. Our police officers, not all of them, but a very good portion of them. These are the things that they do. So this officer told me that it's a culture amongst them. So at the end of the day, you that will arrest the highest bag, you get good eating. So imagine you as an individual, a police officer, if you are able to arrest at least about 10 bags, multiply that 10 times $150. That one is clear, it coming, you will get it. Then plus that, those who will come for their bikes, they will have to give you small thing. Ochi, and let 100, Ochi, and let 200, Chi, let 150. So just imagine how much they will be getting. You see how corrupt our system is? You see these police officers, how corrupt they are under Gregory Como? And the reason why they are behaving the way they are behaving is because Gregory Como, he doesn't have time. The last time I saw him posting some police people picture on Facebook, he said they were on the highway collecting money. I just laughed. I said, look at the other clown that called himself his police director. That should not even be near the police. These are things that these people do. You take them and put it on Facebook. I thought there should be a process. This entire government is just lawless. It's just lawless. That in itself is wrong. It does not show any standard. Let's even agree that you see these people with money. According to you, you allege that they were taking money. According to our Liberian law, including the police people who are also Liberians, everyone that you accuse is innocent until proven guilty. That our own law there, the high looking like. Our law states that every accused is innocent until you can carry that person before the law and give reasons, sufficient evidence why this person is wrong. So you can even catch the person stealing. According to our law, it says that the man is innocent. The man is not guilty under our law. It is only the court that can pronounce somebody of being guilty or not. It is only the court. And not even the police. So Gregory Common goes somewhere and sees some police officer coming to him and say they're collecting money. Take them and put it on Facebook. So here at Seattle now, the way other people like, for example, Charlotte Rabban and other people can be looking for view. Here at Seattle now, looking for view. You see where we find ourselves? So a police commander, a police IG, inspector general is also looking for view. He's looking for good comments. You not tell to some of these celebrity around here. What a mess we find ourselves in. And what Liberians should be asking for is for the unconditional resignation of this incompetent, political, barbaric idiot in the name of Gregory Como to leave that particular police. Because Gregory Como is the worst person ever. He is not a police officer. He's a political stooge. He's a hitman of Joseph Nyuma Boyka. He's a terrorist in that country. He should not be there. So they are committing all of these crimes against motorcyclists to the extent that some of them are beating on these motorcyclists. I saw a video that I'm about to show you. I felt so very terrible and bad. See police officer beating on a motorcyclist. Ego, what that motorcyclist did so much that deserves such a beating. What he did. What did he do to deserve such a beating? You know, I saw that thing. Look, I felt too bad. I felt too bad. I felt so bad. Let me bring you the video here for you to see. It's so horrible, man. Okay. Here is it. Look here. Look here. A police officer. You see that? Holding the bonnet. You see police officer. They all police. Look at the other fellow. His colleagues is even trying to stop him. His colleague, look at the elderly guy, is even trying to stop this young police officer. You see the kind of violence? Look, let me tell you something. This thing we are overlooking. There will be a serious backlash against police officers if they are not careful and if this thing is not brought under control by the authority. We all know Joseph Nyuma Boyka is unserious. But if care is not taken, we will not be surprised for you to see severe oppression or severe disturbance against the police. That what happening? That what coming so small we're joking with. Look at this video. To the extent that the elderly police officer, the man said, even want to go there because man scared before he said he became a victim. Look at what is happening. A motorcycle. Let's even agree the man committed a crime. So you want to tell me you can't do any other thing? Look at, he had the ball neck under his. Look. Oh God. Let me show this to you. Let's go ahead. See here? Look there, you see there? Even his colleagues is telling him that my man stop, my man stop, my man stop. He even listening. You see that? Look at him holding. Look there. Police officer. You see that? You can see that the boy is not even making any move at him. Look there. You see that? Look there. Look. You see the man? You see the other police, the elderly man, trying to even beat on him so he can leave the ball. Having the ball neck. You see, these are things that bring a serious problem. Look, if police officers in Liberia are not careful, people will start to attack them in a broad daylight. And you don't blame these people. You blame the incompetent content creator in persons of Gregory Como that Joseph Newman Boyka has placed at the police as boss. No, the civilians are not responsible for you not being paid. The civilians are not responsible that Joseph Newman Boyka is a useless old man that does not care about the Liberian people. That this man is the dullest because nobody will spend 42 years in a position or 12 years in a position. Then you come and do worse. Nobody. I don't care how dull you are. To some extent, there will be an improvement in your approach. Oh yes, there will be an improvement. So this man is the dullest man so far that have ever taken over the presidency. Imagine 12 years as vice president, inclusive of the 42 plenty years. Then look at how this man is behaving. Look at how the country is in a complete disarray. When we talk to other people, they get very with us. This is something that just happened day before yesterday that they sent me the video. Look here. Look how they are treating this. Look there. Holding the ball neck, squeezing the ball neck. You see that? Look there. Then the other police officer want to take the ball back, stay. Look at that kind of thing. Look there. His friend is telling him to stop. His friends are telling him to stop. There's an elderly man. This elderly man is telling my man, stop. My man, stop. He's not even listening. See that? You see that? You see that? You are the elderly man telling him, lead the ball. You see that? Look there. What has our country turned into? Look at what our country has turned into. Look, I foresee a serious uprising against members of the Liberian National Police. I foresee it. I am not praying for it. As somebody who also is a security person, I will never want for the civilian to go against any security officer. I will stand in defense of anybody who is a security officer. I will stand in defense of that person because I take an oath to defend that thing which is the flag. And to always have my brother back. But with this kind of behavior, the environment now has become toxic. Look, Liberia is on a time bomb under this old irresponsible man that we refer to as a president. Liberia is on a time bomb. Look at how the police are behaving. Somebody child, look at how this boy is being abused. Look there. Holding the ball now. Look, you see something? You see that? Holding the ball neck. Let's see what is happening. You see what is happening? Look there. You see that? You see what we're talking about? You see what Liberia is faced with? So after you told them that they have to abide by certain rules, At the end of the day, you somersaulted on your own words and decided to do your own thing. And they decided today that they are going to have a peaceful march or a peaceful protest. To tell you that Joseph Numa Boyka is useless and unserious, this man is telling the Liberian people, the people who voted, those of you who are on the place that you say you voted for Joseph Numa Boyka, why you people are talking about the safety of your life, of your family. Joseph Numa Boyka say having cabinet meeting with our here and Tay inside. A cabinet meeting that have not produced anything, that have not even impacted any portion of our society. Joseph Numa Boyka is saying having a cabinet meeting. I know, says Evelyn. I know, Mama. It's so hard to watch. Imagine somebody else's child. That ball, a small ball. You can see the small ball down there. Small ball. It's so difficult to watch, Mama. I know, Dr. Gay. I know. It's just you know, it's not normal to see this kind of thing happening. It's not normal. A complete like junta. Darlington, a complete junta. That is a junta government. Look at how these people will behave to their own citizens. Look at how they will behave. Look, one thing I can say, and all of us know for sure, Liberians, when you talk about our big mouth, we get big mouth. But Liberians, we're afraid of police. We're afraid of law enforcers. This I know for sure. Liberians, we are not that kind of people who stand to challenge law enforcers. No, we are afraid. We get beam up, I will get it. But we're afraid of security people. So when you see this kind of attitude, people are exhibiting this kind of attitude towards the security, especially the police. You must know that it's a sign that danger. You must know that danger. Liberians, we are not noted for that. We are not noted for fighting police officers. No, we are not noted for that. Say whatever you want to say about us as Liberians. But Liberians, we are people who are not noted for disrespecting police officers. Or standing to confront them, let's just say to confront them physically, no. We're inside them before you go, we run away. Police come in, we're gone. That's who we are. We are not noted for standing up to the police. You see, these few days, what is happening under Joseph Numa Boyka? It's terrible. It's a sign. Like I was saying the last time on the show, I will not want for anybody to think that, yeah, one army will be better. No. But when you see people standing on the street and hailing the military, hey, army, hey, clapping for army against the police, it's a dangerous sign. Because the police is the first line within a civilian government. The police is a representation of peace. It's a representation of trust. My lovely sister Fatu Sharif, how are you, Mama? How's the family? How's everyone doing? I hope you are doing great, well, and fine. Thank you so much for joining us. General Gate, thank you so much for your presence here. So the police in any nation is the first line of trust that anybody can run to. The police are the only people, or the police station are the only place where road will steal. When they're running behind the railway, just straight in the police station. Because the police station or the police offer a kind of protection for everybody. It's a representation of good governance. It's a representation of fairness, a representation of a democratic process where everybody will have their day, whether in court or wherever. And why people go to the police. In a civilian form of government, the government of such of ours in Liberia, the police is seen as the first line that everybody will run to. The police have that particular atmosphere that or should have that atmosphere to incorporate everybody. That honor the ambience of the police, that everybody will feel secure, everybody will feel protected. But is that what is happening? No, is that what is happening? Police brutality is now on the increase, and the people are getting fed up with this thing that we are looking at. People are getting fed up with it. And sometimes when we say this thing, oh yeah, they put in line, put line. Oh, this is scaring. This is worrisome to see the way police behaving. It's bad. The police now that should be protecting the people, the police that the people should run to. Law, look, the whole country is just, look, Liberia is on a time bomb. We are not saying these things because we hate Mr. Boyka. No, we do not hate him. We are not saying these things because we want to print people bad. No, we are saying these things because we love our country. Nowhere that we call home except Liberia. Today, all they talking to the people can bono all the documents will get a bono or they say, "I'll go back." Liberia is the only place that nobody can deport me from. It's the only place. When you see people behaving in this form and manner, there is danger. There is danger. Oh. We need to be careful. We do not have the security force to withstand the anger of the people. No, you don't have it. Look, there is no amount of weapon that can contain the people when they decide, they say they're angry. You can't do it. Yeah, you can't do it. You can try it. When the people are angry, they're angry. There is no amount of force that you can use to be able to subdue the people when they reach to their limits. Those of you who support Joseph Numa Boyka, you're one day old man. Because Joseph Numa Boyka will not plunge our nation into chaos and think that he will live for he and his family. It will not work. Wherever you go, you will answer to the Liberian people. Wherever you go, you will answer to the Liberian people. Mr. Boyka will not plunge our nation into chaos and go find somewhere to sit down. Then we jumping around. Already our own youth, they destroy it. We're running up and down, toting going here, there, moving from one bush to another bush. So for us, our youthfulness was just in noise, in chaos. Our children too, that by the grace of God, we say, let's work hard. God bless us, bring in the people country for all the talk cartoon to at least get small things to make our children happy. Then you say our children will not get happy. You're behaving. You're behaving. There is no amount of gun that can be able to subdue the people when they reach to their elastic limit. You're stopping. There is no amount of fire. You can see Iran, you go Egypt. Go see what happened in Egypt. I must name nation for you. Go see what happened in Egypt. Egypt is a clear example of what we're talking about. There are nations around us. When the people get angry, don't play with the people anger. There you are, Liberians. Look, Liberians, we are people who are very hospitable. Don't take the hospitality of our people or that hospitable nature of our people to be like they are afraid. Look, there is a revolution here that rising up, my people. Look, there is a change that is rising up. Look at what is happening. Are you hearing? Those days, it used to be people who discuss politics used to be in their 50s, in their 60s. You see that President Weah have changed that country for the better. He has opened governance and the government to the common people. No. Go on all of the platforms. Look at the people who are discussing the politics of Liberia. I remember those days. I was not born 1990, so just more than one from there. And I'm 1990 born. I saw President do. So just know that one. So you must know that I'm a Paku. Oh, you must know that I am a Paku. So just know that. You cannot continue to push the people to the wall. Liberians, we are not lazy. Oh. It's just that we gave people the opportunity. But when you abuse the opportunity, when we decide to rise up, it can be terrible. It can be terrible. Stop pushing the Liberian people to the wall. You stole enough from us. 12 years we gave you, you squander our opportunity. Liberians, again, they decided that they would be magnanimous enough to look at this waste in the name of Bueka to make him to become a president. Is this how you treat the people? Is this how you treat us? I know sometimes we get angry and say we can't blame Bueka, we blame the people. But again, Bueka was elected to change things around. Look at what is happening. Like I was saying, those days, back in the 80s, they're not young people that you will see discussing politics. They're older people to some extent. But look at today what you are seeing in Liberia. To the extent that 15 years old are now discussing national issues. 15 years old. The old man they say who never even come to Morovia. They are discussing politics. What is affecting their lives? Look at what just look around you. Look, Bueka is disturbing the crust of the soil. And when it erupts, that volcano, that lava, Bueka, it will not take just 1 hour for you to cut it off. You know, when we were in school, grade school, they told us that the movement under the earth, the friction under the earth, when it becomes too much, the earth wants to release itself of some of the tension that's happening under. So at the end of the day, you will either see a volcano or you go look an earthquake, whatever is supposed to be. Bueka is tampering with problem. He's tampering with problem. You will not deny us the privilege to enjoy our youthfulness. Then you want to deny our children. The only thing that I will not forgive anybody for is when you think that you can stand in the way of my children's progress. Forgiveness not between me and you for that. You can deny us the opportunity to enjoy ourselves. Some of us, before we could look, we're already into the war. We didn't really enjoy. 81, 82, 83, before we reach all the way to, how you call, 88, 89, already noise was all over the place. So, for example, if you were born somewhere around 19, let's say 70, 76 or 77 or 78, we're gonna enjoy Liberia. You don't enjoy Liberia. You did not enjoy Liberia. You did not see you. I mean, you did not enjoy your youth. Let's not even say enjoy Liberia. You did not even enjoy your youth, your youthful age, because if you were born somewhere around 76, before you reached to 80, that was a noise. That noise that took us almost about 3 years. PRC took over. It took us almost about 3 years before at least, the place could get quiet small. From that, before you go low bang, you reach to 1989. Another noise again. So those of you or those of us that were even born maybe 75 or in the 70s, maybe or left those who were born maybe 1970, to some extent we can say, yeah, they enjoyed themselves. To some extent, they enjoyed their youth. At least they were able to pass around. You cannot continue to abuse one group of people over and over and over and again. Chris Mulba, how are you, sir? You are welcome. You cannot continue to push the Liberian people to their elastic limit. They will bounce back. And when they bounce back, the repercussion will be terrible. It will be dangerous. The gun that you get in that country can't kill everybody. No, you can't kill everybody. The army combined with the police combined with whoever, you can't finish the people. And it is very, very difficult for you to be able to quiet down an insurrection where the civilians decide that they will be able to stand against the government. It's terrible. These, our international partners, are not talking. They have sealed their mouth. The ones that yesterday they were issuing press statements all around the place, calling Joseph Jingy Rabba Spirit, calling the other one Morovia Dede, Morovia this, Morovia that. We can't hear from them. We are disappointed in some of you. We are disappointed in some of you. You sitting down from the earliest day, you looking at this thing happening, and you are not talking. Some of you will not even allow you to talk when hell break loose. Because we are not saying these things because we want to be able to, somebody will say, entice people to do what is wrong. No. But there are certain signs when you see it, whether you like it, you're not lucky, it will happen. It will happen. And these are the signs that we are seeing. Joseph Numa Boyka is so irresponsible, so reckless and useless. While the citizens are crying and said there is a protest, the idiot is sitting down he said he having cabinet meeting. This is to tell you that this man is not even serious. He don't look like Nigeria to be a nutshell where he must take serious. No serious president. You know how many motorcyclists we're having? Look, good 15 men in our country can make people to run. Before I'm talking about the number of motorcyclists that we saw today. Look, let me go there. Look at the number of these motorcyclists that we saw today. This just to tell you that Joseph Numa Boyka is just a useless old man who does not care. Who does not care. Who does not care about the people. He don't want to know. Whatever that happen, it happen. Leader people there, people there. I beg you, forget about them, man. Liberian people that just motor, they just get motor. Nothing will not come from inside. You see what we're talking about? You see what we're talking about? The motorcyclists decide to go on the street to go and protest. Just like Numa Boyka ain't get time. The man say, forget about the people here. Yeah, lead them. Who get time for the one? You forget about them. You forget about them. Nobody get time for them. You leave them alone. Don't leave them alone. Say, oh, you leave them, we just call enough for nothing. No serious president will do that. No serious president. No serious president will be able to do that when people are protesting. You know what you're talking about? When you talk about protest, you know what you're talking about? They could even turn that whole cabinet meeting wherever you are having it upside down. But when you get an unserious president, you get somebody who does not even care. Somebody who plan is to plunge the nation into chaos and not see any good thing. Amen. Get time? That man don't have absolute time for anybody. Ain't got time. You don't have time. Why people look. Let me just show you some pictures. Let's just show you some pictures, right? Let's show you some pictures of today. How you call activities? Let's show you some pictures. Possible we'll show you some video. Let's show you. Excuse me. Let's show you some pictures of what Look here. Look here. Look here. Let me open this. Let me enlarge in it for you to see. You see that? You see people? Look at people today. Protesters. Look at them. Look at the protester. Look at the street. Look at the street. Look at the street. Do we have the police to contain these people if they decide to do otherwise? You killing them, they decide to come out peacefully. Then you say your own self, you say now in cabinet meeting. Then the nonsense that you talk in the cabinet meeting and the next thing we're going to look at this group of people. Look at this group of people. Look here. Look at these people. These are people who are affected by Joseph Newman Boyka's reckless leadership. Look here. The videos are all up. I'll show you the videos. The videos are here. Yeah, let me see. Let me show you a video. Let me show you a video. Okay.
After an engagement with the UN, the cyclists, as you can see, they
Let's show
are
you the
now
video. You see here?
moving towards the Capitol
Look,
building,
look today.
where
Look at the crowd. You see the crowd? You see the crowd? Women are there. You know, are listening to the nonsense that the Unity Party was spreading out. It was spraying out. CDC is a more CDC looking like a political party that's scared, that want to do something with our behind people. That your Unity Party, you are the guys who are afraid. You are the guys who have always used people, and at the end of the day, you sit down behind the fence. You use other people to talk. We are not afraid because we are the people's party. We represent the people's interest. What the people say is what we do. So I'm listening to some nonsense propaganda on the place. Oh, that CDC behind the point. They say they want protest. If we want protest, we say we want protest. We Harley for Joseph Newman Boyka. That Joseph Newman Boyka we afraid of. That man where serial bomb Marley music and made it hard to start beating. Serial noise can point into something else. We are looking like an institution that want have behind small organization like motorcyclists. You must be a fool. Whoever that will think that or say that must be a stupid idiot to think that the CDC will want to hide behind how you call motorcyclists to protest. When we want to protest, we will protest, we come out. We're not hide our hands. We are not cowards like Joseph Newman Boyka and his gangsters that were using press people, that were using different people to protest around. They're using organizations around here. They call themselves civil society organization. Where are these civil society organizations? We are not like you. When we coming up, we come out, you see our faces, clear. We issue press statement in the name of CDC. So stop this joke. Jumping around. Oh yeah, CDC. Oh. Chris Mobile, you are welcome. I will give you a call, Chris. Let me just take the number down. Oh, let me take this number down, Chris. Let me take your number down. I will give you a call, Chris. I will give you a call. Definitely give you a call. So the CDC looks like a political institution that is afraid that we hide behind somebody. Say, yeah, the boy come in, they hide behind. No, no, no. We will not hide behind nobody. We can't hide behind nobody. So that your cheap propaganda that you're playing, y'all go say that somewhere. So to tell you that Mr. Boyka is insensitive to the plight of the people, Boyka left what is happening to tell you that this man, his cognitive ability is seriously limited. No serious president. They will say people having a protest. Then that man will not be sitting and planning along with his people. Then we'll go sit down to cabinet meeting. Just 1 second of an unfortunate event can make you and your cabinet meeting, everything will shut down. You will run. This is to tell you how insensitive the man is. It almost like somebody said, my man, I come into your hustle. I come in to bring confusion to your hustle. Or you see something that is not correct. The atmosphere is not looking too far. And you go sit there and say, yeah, me relax myself. This is just to tell you that this old man is insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people. So today he says something that I'm like, is this man okay? Really, really? And I found out that no, Papa, it can be okay. No okay person will do that kind of thing. No okay person will do that kind of thing. So today, Joseph Newman Boyka says something that I want us to go to. I want us to go to. I want to play this video. That's why I like being in the studio, because I can play some video for all of us to see. So Mr. Boyka says something. I'm like, is this what Mr. Boyka is really saying? Is he really, really mean what he's saying? So let me go to this video and play this video. Sometimes the video they don't know. You can go. So what is happening here? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Just bear with me. He made some statement at the meeting. I know I said it, Papa. You know, too correct. Okay, let me see. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay, so let me do something here. Let's see. Let's bring this here, put this on this side, and see if we can. Okay, let's go to video file. Okay. Okay, fine. So let me come right here and let me take this and put this here. Okay. So I'm going to play this and I want you to see here for yourself what Boeka is saying here.
Pending,
Okay.
we just hope the ministry will come up with a system we can handle them. Those missing children, we're not going to leave that unresolved. The missing.
So in Boeka cabinet's meeting today, to tell you that this man, his cognitive ability is not straight. Probably, I don't know what I know that the security people can advise him, right? They can give him briefing. But to tell you that this man, he's not there. He's not, he can't remember again. They were telling him one thing, he come back and do something different. This was the man who's supposed to speak on the podium. He jumped out as soon as they call, he was going to a house. He was going to a house. So listening to some of the things the men said today in their cabinet, so-called cabinet meeting, that have yielded no result. So I just want us to listen, right? I want to play it. And he will give an instance of the three missing boys that was investigated by the CEO police. This useless Gregory Cuomo that he put there, they investigated the case and concluded that, Lord, nothing far happened. There was a Kino capsule, the Kino capsule, and these people died. And I will play you the clip of what the police said about the three missing boys. But Joseph Nyuma Boyka come by here, he said they want to investigate. Let me play this. Let me stop the talking and let me play this for you. Listening to this.
That are pending, we just hope the ministry will come up with a system we can handle them. Those missing children, we're not going to leave that unresolved.
Yeah, Joseph Nyuma Boyka say the missing children, he's not going to leave that unresolved. So I want to ask you a question. Was this case resolved? Did the police look into it? Yes, the police looked into it. I mean, Gregory Cuomo, they conducted their own investigation. Now, I don't want you to blame me when I tell you that they conducted their own investigation. Don't believe what I'm saying. So I will move this video and I will bring the police report for you to hear it for yourself. When I tell you, I say, oh man, yeah, that dementia doing him, you say, oh, we verse, we tire. Let me play this again, and then I will go back and bring that video when the police concluded their investigation on the three missing boys. Listen to this.
That are pending, we just hope the ministry will come up with a system we can handle them. Those missing children, we're not going to leave that unresolved.
So according to Joseph Nyuma Boyka, they will not leave. Then they think it's so foolish to see cabinet ministers are clapping. Listen, look here. You see that they are clapping. People who supposed to remind the president, Papa, but they think a long time we finish talking. They think we're close long time. We conclude the case long time. They clapping to tell you that so idiot we amongst. We among people that don't even know their left from their right. All they are there for is to make Joseph Nyuma Boyka to FIFA and do their own thing. They are clapping. Joseph Nyuma Boyka talking about three missing boys for him to remind the Papa,
pending,
but they think we
we
finish
just
a long
hope the
time.
ministry will come up with a system we can handle them. Those missing children, we're not going to leave that unresolved.
They're clapping. You see that? They're clapping. You see fools are clapping. Let me play you another video. I don't want you to believe it. Let me play you a video here of Let me play you this video. Okay. All right.
Establish that.
So this is the press conference that was held by the Liberia National Police on the 3 missing ball. And there's the press conference. I want us to listen to this press conference. I don't want you to believe me. Let's listen to the press conference.
Establish that Siafa Boyman, Robert Blamo Jr., and Bobby Wentworth, who were victimized during the process, wherein the Kino were capsized on the St. Paul River on October 17, 2020. It was established that Siafa Boyman had drowned. The body was discovered. The body was identified by eyewitnesses based upon the clothes that he was wearing. But the other 2 bodies, in person of Robert Blamo Jr. and Barbara Backway, we did not find them, or we have not discovered, or who knew they were, but of the present. So, in accordance with Chapter 25 and Subchapter 25.3 of the Civil Procedure Law of the Republic of Liberia, with caption, from our investigation conclusion, it was natural disaster.
Yeah.
So, arrest the nurse.
Thank you.
When I told you people that Joseph Newman Boyka is just a confused man who don't know he left from where, he is the dullest president because nobody will work in government for 12 years as vice president and you say you get 42-year experience and still be making this kind of elementary mistakes. Some of you get vexed. Thank God I seen plenty of my men around here today. Today I saw some of my people that are seeing backing me. But they will come later. They will come on the video. I know them. They can always come. And I want to say thanks to them. So this to tell you that Joseph Newman Boyka is far from the reality. He's still talking about 3 missing, but whereby we finish crossing that story a long time. Whereby the police are already investigated and they concluded in keeping with law that look, the thing that happened, the kid not drowned, the people who can see them, they die, they finish. Which we are not excited of. All life is important. But the police, Gregory Como, how you call it, Gregory Como picking, conducted. They pin labor. The content creator conducted an investigation and said, look, that here, it happened was a natural cause. So let's listen to this again. Listen to this again.
Establish that Siafa Boyman, Robert Blamo Jr., and Bobby Wentworth, who were victimized during the process, wherein the Kino were capsized on the St. Paul River on October 17, 2020. It was established that Siafa Boyman had drowned. The body was discovered. The body was identified by eyewitnesses based upon the clothes that he was wearing. But the other 2 bodies, in person of Robert Blamo Jr. and Barbara Backway, we did not find them, or we have not discovered, or who knew they were, but of the present. So, in accordance with Chapter 25 and Subchapter 25.3 of the Civil Procedure Law of the Republic of Liberia, with caption, from our investigation conclusion, it was natural disaster. So, arrest the nurse.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that is it for now with the missing boys. As the investigator rightfully said, 1 person has been identified, and the body that was retrieved was carefully analyzed. There were no body parts seen to be missing, which would have indicated some ritualistic activities around it. The corpse was intact. The shoes were still on the feet. The clothes were still on the body that was recovered. And that matched with the eyewitnesses who were on the scene from both ends of the river where he left his motorbike and boarded the canoe.
So when the body was recovered, they were able to identify that yes, this was one of the people who did get on the kidney. So one person has been declared dead, and 2 persons missing in accordance with the law until we reach a period of 7 years. If we do not find or hear from them, at that point in time, then they can be declared dead. But for now, the other 2 are declared missing, and there's no criminality established so far.
You hear? There is no criminality established so far. But listen to your own president and listen to our own president. Listen to Keke.
Listen, 16 billion that we're not going to
listen to him.
Pending. We just hope that ministry will come up with a system we can handle them. Those missing children, we're not going to leave that unresolved.
Yeah. When we say that old man is suffering, thank God. Look, that man is suffering from dementia. So you even know what happened. People conducted investigation, the briefing, finish forgetting. He said, we make sure investigate. When the security apparatus finish investigating, telling they made report on you, they told you, the papa, they think finish, we went there, we saw the body, there was no tampering of the body, whatever, we can't see what happened, so papa, they think finish. He come back again, he said, we make sure to investigate. Is this the 42 years experience, man, that we're talking about here? So he jumped from the boys, get where he went to next. Listen.
The missing $16 billion.
So he went to $16 billion, the missing $16 billion. That's $16 billion that international people came and conducted an investigation. They conducted an investigation and told us that no $16 billion got missing here. Listen to this one while I bring it out of video.
We're not going to leave that unresolved. We're not going to leave anything unresolved. We want to know what happened. Let the public know what happened. So no intimidation, nothing going to work with us. If the minister needs help to making sure that those cases come to the forefront, we'll do it. But we want to make sure that the librarians know that they have a government that they can depend on. Review of contracts like MANNEH, all of these, the anti-corruption laws, the proposed constitutional review, the summit of the SOEs, so many SOEs, some of them with the creation of the real authority, all the things that we plan, we will have to do. So I just want for us to brace ourselves to make sure those auditing reports that are coming up, we'll deal with them. I don't care why you cry. We don't intend to wrong anybody. We just intend to show people that rule of law will prevail in this country, that the interest of people will prevail in this country, and there will be nobody who will be above the law here. We talk about the declaration of assent. Let's make sure that the cabinet is on board, going to make sure that the legislature is going to be on board, going to make sure that the judiciary, we all want good country, so nobody should be above the law. And those are things that we will be talking about. We were going around. Maybe people don't understand.
I'm trying to look for that 16 billion. There is a clip. I think I kept the clip somewhere. I can't really put my hands on the clip right now, but I will be checking. The U.S. ambassador, the lady that was there before McCarthy took over, I think that Christina, right? Yeah, I think that Christina. I will find the stuff here. She went in a cabinet meeting. There was a meeting that was held, and the current report was given, and she made it very clear. That report also made it very clear that no 16 billion was missing. But let Joseph Newman Boyka here stay talking about 16 billion. That he want to investigate 16 billion. That Joseph Newman Boyka here, listen to him, say he want to investigate.
We're not going to leave anything unresolved. We want to know what happened. Let the public know what happened. So no intimidation, nothing going to work with us. If the minister needs help to making sure that those cases come to the forefront, we'll do it. But we want to make sure that the Liberians know that they have a government that they can depend on. Review of contracts like MANNEH, all of these, the anti-corruption laws, the proposed constitutional review, the summit of the SOEs, so many SOEs, some of them with the creation of the rail authority, all the things that we plan, we will have to do. So I just want for us to brace ourselves to make sure those auditing reports that are coming up, we'll deal with them. I don't care what you cry. We don't intend to wrong anybody. We just intend to show people that rule of law will prevail in this country, that the interest of people will prevail in this country, and there will be nobody who will be above the law here. We talk about the declaration of assent. Let's make sure that the cabinet is on board, going to make sure that the legislature is going to be on board, going to make sure that the judiciary, we all want good country, so nobody should be above the law. And those are things that we will be talking about. We were going around, maybe people don't understand, but because of the problems of this country, we're going around trying to create a good image for the country,
Okay,
try to look for investment.
somewhere.
This time,
All right.
we have opened our eyes to governance.
Okay, fine.
Governance.
So let me bring this right here. Let me take this from here and bring this here. Let me bring this right here. Let me see. So let me take this from here and bring this right here. Okay. So I want you to listen to this, right? I want you to listen to this. When the US ambassador spoke, she talked about this 16 billion issue. Let's go there so that you can hear it for yourself.
Package. And through our other assistance programs, focus on today to It's a pleasure to be here today to sign our joint statement of collaboration, highlighting the breadth and the scope of U.S. assistance administered by USAID. The size of this assistance program with Liberia represents the same levels as the previous year and is 100% grants-based. I should note that USAID is by far the largest U.S. government agency providing assistance to Liberia. But in addition to that, our $112 million grants program that we're signing today, we're affirming, this is for the financial year 2018.
Let me carry this in front.
More in programs that build on the capacity and professional development across a range of operations. As we speak, the Trump administration is issuing this afternoon a new Africa strategy, enhance good governance and self-reliance package, and through our other assistance programs, prosperous countries.
I want to get that particular
Our
area, so just bear with me.
Here aligns well with the pillars of the President's Pro-Poor Agenda for Prosperity and Development. And we will work with this government to carry out their commitments to institute policy reforms that are necessary for broad-based economic growth and for effective and accountable governance, as well as improving the health and the education of Liberia's citizens. These reforms are critical to propel a fundamental driver of change. USAID also intends of the government of Liberia, USAID contracted an international firm with specialization.
Okay, fine.
Assistance,
I know I get it. So here is where the US ambassador addressed this issue of the 16 billion. I want you to listen very keenly. Thank you.
Democracy and governance. A separate kind of assistance, but one that I know is on the minds of many here today, is the forensic audit. As you know, at the request of the government of Liberia, USAID contracted an international firm with specialization in forensic auditing to conduct a scoping mission to ascertain the basic facts relating to allegations of missing currency and to determine whether and to what extent any further evaluation might be warranted. And I want to say that the government of Liberia has provided full cooperation and has never once wavered in their determination to make the report's findings public once the report is drafted. The international firm has now completed their information gathering phase in Liberia, which involved meetings with a number of relevant persons here in Monrovia, including Liberians who are participating in the domestic investigation. Protect all of these people's privacy, we will not be releasing lists of names of people with whom they spoke. But the international firm, which we declined to name at this time, will now start drafting their report from their own offices outside of Liberia after the holidays. Since the international team is only beginning to analyze the information that they've gathered, any suggestion of what the conclusions are at this point would be premature. The U.S. Embassy and the government of Liberia remain committed to releasing the findings of this report once it's finalized. And at that time, it will be a matter for the Liberian government to determine how to address any issues that are raised in the report or areas which might require further collaboration for your presence today and for the cooperation of your government. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for your presence today and for the cooperation of your government. Many of the ministers here today and other partners are absolutely essential in our cooperation.
I would like to thank the U.S. government for its support.
Now, this is taking long. I want to try to get the main area, but I will cut it and then put it on my page. So those of you who are following me, you know, you will go on the page and I will cut it because time is of essence. I have to go. So at the end of the day, the Liberian government asked that the U.S. government collaborate in order to bring in a company that will do an investigation. You see there what happened? That while today I saw Joseph Numa Boyka friend coming from America, they said they go investigate fire. I just laugh at him. I laugh at Gregory Como, how you call Winfred Russell, and that of Joseph Numa Boyka. The government of Liberia asked the U.S. embassy and say, help us. There is an allegation. People say, oh, 16 billion, 16 billion. Please tell us. Please bring in people, independent people, because we don't want. Let me see. I won't get the main area. I want to get the main area here, so just bear with me. Okay, fine. That's good. Let me get the newspaper article. Okay. So yeah, just bear with me, my people. Just bear with me. All right, fine. So we're going to read it this year. We're going to read this here. This is from Front Page Africa. We're going to read it from Front Page Africa. Let me just read a portion of it. I get the video also, but I want us to just read a portion of this. So let's go ahead so that we read. This is from Front Page Africa. And this was February the 28th from Lena. Okay, it says, I hope you are seeing it here. Let me see. Okay, let me bring it right here so all of us can see it. Okay. So it says, Monrovia, February 28th. The final report by the Presidential Investigation Team has revealed that there is no 16 billion missing, but has exposed a trail of discrepancy leading to the printing, shipment, and delivery of the nation's banknotes. In August of 2018, it can be recalled The government of Liberia received reports about suspicious activities concerning the shipment of new Liberian dollars banknotes in the tune of 15.506 billion to the Central Bank of Liberia that had allegedly gone missing. Later increased to 16 billion as a result of variances in media reports from unconnected sources. The Liberian public went haywire over news that a container full with the country's legal tenants have gone missing. Many, however, sensed corruption and did not hesitate in pointing accusing fingers at the former and current government of Liberia. President MANNEH Weah, in his bid to solve the mysteries, money quagmire, and in an apparent attempt to make real his campaign commitment to fight corruption, commissioned a probe into the matter by establishing the PRT, that is the Presidential Investigating Team, following a preliminary investigation by the Liberia National Police (LNP) and the Liberia National Security Agency, that is the NSA. With a little over 4 months since the investigation was commissioned, PRT, in its final report delivered at a news conference in Monrovia, refute the popular notion of a missing 16 billion, categorically, categorizing several inconsistencies that were occasioned mainly by the Central Bank of Liberia in the journey leading to the printing and the shipment of the money. The journey leading to the printing and the shipment of money. The release of the PRT report concludes with another commission by the U.S. State Agency for International Development, as the USAID, Concord. Sorry, let me take my own time. Reading too fast here. I want to read quick and just. It says the release of the PRT reports concord with another commission by the United States Agency for International Development, that is USAID, at the request of the Liberian government in an effort to add credibility to the fact that no container of money was missing. The CBL did not abide by international best practices for selecting and contacting crane. You see that? So I just want to stop here because time. I'm reading fast today because of time. I'm jumping over some things because of time. So the Presidential Investigation Team, that is the PRT team, they gave a report, and the crane also, the United States Embassy that brought in this particular team to do the investigation, the two had the same conclusion that there was no 16 billion missing. But yet Joseph Newman Boyka sitting down here and telling us that 16 billion is
People who think that we are not doing the
is not correct in a year too much. They say, oh, we are talking thing where we're not supposed to talk. You see here? So let me put this thing in the comment section. Let me just copy it and put it in the comment section. Maybe somebody may want to read it. So I will put it in the comment section here. Time is really, I'm supposed to go on my hustle. So why you see me are doing all this thing here for. Okay, let me take it and put it in the comment section. Okay, I will just put it in the comment section. I'll put it right there. So those of you that want to read, you can go and read it. So the three missing boys, Gregory Como investigated here along with a team and found out that there was no foul play. I play you the video. Joseph Newman Boyka jumped to 16 billion when there was an investigation conducted by two credible institutions. The United States Embassy brought in, through USAID, brought in an investigative team to investigate, and they found out that there was no 16 billion. But Joseph Newman Boyka stay here talking about 16 billion.
the minister needs help to making
Why you say
we just hope the ministry will come up with a system we can handle them. Those missing children,
Moses
not going to
Royal,
leave that
welcome,
unresolved. The missing 16 billion, that we're not going to leave that unresolved.
Yeah, 16 billion. We're not leaving. While the investigation was conducted, you know, Joseph Newman Boyka is so odd and so off to the extent that he's not even following current reality. Me who say when I ain't working government, I'm showing you video, I'm showing you record, I'm showing you report. The video right here, I just need to take time to put let the video right here. I just need to cut that particular portion, and I will do that. Maybe I'll be to my hustle area and take my own time on my break and do it. Yes, the report here. But Joseph Newman Boyka say he will investigate 16 billion.
We're not going to leave anything unresolved. We want to know what happened. Let the public know what happened. So no intimidation, nothing going to work with us.
Time
If
is
the
of
minister
essence.
needs help,
Almost about that time
you're making
that I
sure
have
that
to
those
leave.
cases.
Joseph Newman Boyka is talking about ensuring that justice is served. If Joseph Newman Boyka want justice, what happened to the King John massacre? Why is not talking about the King John massacre? Why is Mr. Boyka not talking about all these deaths that have occurred in police stations of people hanging themselves and nobody is brought to book? No police, how you call commander at any of these zone? Big question. Why is he not talking about it? Why is he not talking about his nephew Francis Sakila Nyimale at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, who ordered the killing of Tamba Momo and one other guy in Lofa, broad daylight, that they killed this guy? Why is he not ordering an investigation? Let her, you call her, say, Queen Johnson, who is on record, who is on tape, we get the tape here, aiding and abetting the crowd to beat Joshua, and later on he succumbed to death. Why is he not investigating that one? Why is he not investigating the $22 million that he gave to Giddings? That he used that money and said you are going to face rule. At the end of the day, he went to the lawmaker, the senators, to be specific and say, my people, you're sorry, I made mistake. Why is he not talking about investigating that? Why is he not talking about investigating Practical Wozi, who used almost 1 million of refugee people money and ate it and printed different ID cards? Why is he not talking about that? Why is Mr. Boyka not talking, fellow Liberians, about what happened at the Ministry of Commerce with Ami Moda, his godson? Why is he not talking about it? Why is he not talking about it? Why is Boyka not talking about the incident that happened with the Foreign Affairs Ministry, which he approved? They said they bring in scholarship. At the end of the day, they stole innocent people money. Nobody was even questioned. Why is he not talking about that? Why is he not talking about the one that happened in a wealth office, where they took money from Liberian students and said they come and get a scholarship and nothing came from RA? Why is he not talking about it? Why is Mr. Boyka not talking about Sylvester Grispe, who took money from NASCOP, almost 600,000, to use it on, they say, inaugural program? Why is he not investigating that one? Why is he not talking about Madam Yatta family, who they gave money to for them to go and organize the inaugural program? Y'all remember the inaugural program where he faint at? Why is he not talking about that? Look, there are just too many things that we can talk about here. But again, fellow Liberians, I want to remind you, there's a program that I've been thinking about for a very long time. I like to take my own time, think about things and put them down before I can voice it out. So I have already put down some paperwork. It will require a lot of research because I need to get the videos. We are planning of a program right on this show. And that program, fellow Liberians, those of you who are listening, will be named the President George MANNEH Weah Hour. It's going to be a 1-hour program. I'm talking about either the Bekugbe Hour or something like that, For 1 hour, we'll be discussing the achievement of President Weah. For 1 hour, we just discuss the achievement of President Weah, how he has impacted the life of his people. We'll just look at President Weah's achievement, 1 hour. And want to do that every week. Want to find a particular day in a week. It's not easy. To admit, I get 2 hours. Let's say 3 hours. I have to come and rest before, doing my lay 1-2-1-2. So I've already used 2 hours of that 1 hour. I want to come rest for someone to lay 1 hour so I can be able to, do what I'm supposed to do. That is to go on the hustle again. So I've already used 2 hours. So I'm thinking of the day that we can use. I'm also putting the videos together. I've been putting the video together a long time. All of this video talks about the development that President Weah carried on in Liberia as president, even when he was not president. I'm compiling these videos. It's not easy. It's costly, it's time consuming, and the rest of it. But I am one person that when my heart is leading me to do something, once I pray about it and study it, my brother, and God gave me that signal and sign and say, go ahead. That go, I go so. That go, I go. So I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for your support. I want to appeal to you. We are also on YouTube. I want you to please go and subscribe to the page on YouTube. Please help us. Support us on YouTube. I want to appeal to you to please support us on YouTube. Go there in whatever way that you can support us. Please support us on the YouTube channel. We appeal to you. Those of you who are following us on YouTube, we really do appreciate you. I want to say thank you so very kindly. We hope we can have the time to talk plenty, but again, maybe when we come from the other hustle area, going to the other hustle area, and we get some kind of small mini, we may talk, yeah. Maybe we'll be able to discuss some other issue. But fellow Liberians, it is unfortunate that Josiah Newman Boyka does not even care for the Liberian people. Let me play you, anyway, a video when President Weah met with Liberians here in the United States. When we're going through some other stuff, President Weah did not provoke us and say, "You sit down, Trump coming for you, they will deport you." He met with Liberians. So here is the video. Let me bring this video for you. Yeah, time is not in my favor. I gotta rest. Yeah, I gotta rest. I'm gonna say I gotta rest. Gotta rest for something 1 hour. But anyway, let me get out this here so you can see it. This is President Weah when he met with Liberians in the diaspora in the US here. Courtesy of the team at that time, we work assiduously to make this to happen.
A tough team, group of Liberians on the Palavehutt Forum. We explained that to you. And a lot of people work very hard to get this program here. But I call Joe Wilson to recognize some of the folks and also the dynamic chairman who spearheaded this whole program. Joe will do that announcement. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We are all Liberians, Liberians. We are all Liberians, Liberians. Our Father, and I'll be So, organizing this forum and this meeting is a clear lead from what happened at the UNGA. We were there. We saw the president's intent for us.
So here is it when President Weah met with Liberians, in the diaspora. There were people from different political parties that were part of this, and we were grateful to serve on the committee at the time that was headed by the Honorable MANNEH George. He met with Liberians. In this meeting, we even discussed the issue of people who were on their temporary protection status. And I can remember in this particular meeting, President Weah said, look, our government will do everything to work along with our U.S. counterparts to ensure that Liberians who are on this TPS, that we can work together with our U.S. counterparts to make sure that we have a program so our people can stay. Because as Liberians, your presence here in the U.S. is helping us greatly. We can't afford to see you people coming back to Liberia. It's going to be too much on us. So y'all don't worry. We'll work together. We'll work with our US counterparts to make sure that you people can be integrated in the system. Whatever we can do, we'll do it. Here is the meeting. I was part of that. You all saw me that I was singing there. Let Honorable Manager, let me just play some of these things. We have the records.
His Excellency, President Dr. George MANNEH Weah,
Honorable Manager, Georgia.
Distinguished government officials present, fellow Liberians. Like my planning committee chairman said, we came from a long way in planning this Palabahut Democracy Forum. And we went out there making Liberians know that this program is a Liberian-based program. Okay, we invited the opposition, okay, the Unity Party, ANC, you just name it. And we received positive response from them that they were going to show up. But again, let me just don't make long matter. I want to recognize my co-chair, Madam Vero. She was also there. With not much I do, the planning committee chairman, Mr. Joel Williamson, have introduced everyone, so I don't need to repeat. But again, my heartfelt thanks and appreciation goes to you all. Thank you for coming. God bless you.
This is the diaspora. Will all you, Africa, will not be successful.
Yeah, that President Weah, yeah, but I want to talk about every time, get time, almost time. That President Weah, look, President Weah was encouraging his people and said, look, my people, we're not sit down here for you people to go back. We'll work behind the scene. Because without you people, Africa, Liberia will not be better. I don't want you all to believe me, but you're listening. Let me just give you a little gist of it. Listen to President Weah. President Weah, like Joseph Numa Burger, y'all sit down here, Trump coming for you. Y'all just sit down here, Trump coming for you. How irresponsible will a leader talk to his own people? But look at President Weah. Look, the President Weah 1 hour is coming out. Y'all pray for me to have the time and the energy because it's not easy. When you come from doing your late hustle, you know, I work in the morning, so I work in the night. My night work pass, so I can't let that. I can be tired. 3 hours, I guess, and I use, say, so some kind of hour. So y'all pray. I pray for the time, the strength, you know, so that we can do it. But let's listen to President Weah. Listen to President Weah, how he encouraged Liberians in the diaspora. Listen to him.
They were in leadership for 12 years. Everything that I believe that is small. Today, you have our community roads, our highways, big. So what are we protesting for? You protesting for the things that you didn't put there? That's wrong. So today we came to America in a U.S. African Leaders Summit to speak to our families in the diaspora. Will all you, Africa, will not be successful.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And I mean it. What I said today, we are young leaders. We must use our innovation and go back to our country to make sure that they work for our country.
Yeah, President Weah telling Liberians that, look, my people, without you people, Liberia will not be, Africa will not be better. Encouraging them. I remember after that particular event, he had a meeting and talked to, you know, some delegations and said, you know, he will be able to ensure that at least he can work along with the government so that at the end of the day, our people cannot be, you know, our people will not be deported. He met with them. But when Joseph Newman Boyka had the opportunity to speak, my people, y'all get what happened. Joseph Newman Boyka said, y'all sit down here. Trump coming for you. The papi made mockery of Liberia. He said, y'all sit down here. Don't worry. Trump coming for you. Yo, You see, you sit down here. Trump coming for you. Let me see. Let me play this one. The time. Wish I had the time, but I gotta rest, man. I have to rest. Okay. So,
This National Resource Center.
But was that even he the one who provoking Liberians? So
It is my pleasing duty to now present to you His Excellency Joseph Weah.
you going home? You see Sonny? You see Sonny? You going home? You going home? You going home? You see? You are going home. You are going. You are going. Hey, you see? The security guard going. He said no, Papa. Go on the other side. Hey, you see? You are going home. You are going home. There's the man that say he can investigate 16 billion. He can investigate missing boys. This is it. You see what we can be talking about?
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
They were at the program like go put more diaspora like bring say sit down there, Trump coming for you.
For the groundbreaking.
You look.
This National Resource Center.
Look.
The chief executive has showed up. It is my pleasing
duty. Look into what the port and the plane is supposed to go.
Present to you His Excellency Joseph Weah, President of the Republic of Nigeria.
You going. Security run behind going. They can't bring some of your poor in. They cannot problem your poor in. But on this note, my people, on this note, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for taking the time to be with us. If you are a citizen, be proud of yourself. You've done well. You've played your part adequately. Do not give up. Continue to support your party. Continue to support His Excellency President Dr. George MANNEH Weah. It is now clear that you cannot compare the workings of President Weah to that of a dead man walking, a liability. You can't compare it. But until we meet again, time have caught up with us. I want to say God bless you. Have yourself a God bless day. I appreciate all of you for what you continue to do for this platform. In whatever way you can support us, through cash, through can, through your comments, we really appreciate it. But until we meet again, I want to say thank you so very kindly. God bless you and bye from my end.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.